Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. It's your brother Chai and Apash coming at you with another lesson. And this lesson is going to be entitled, Some Brothers Are More Excited for the Downfall of Eve than they are for the downfall of Esau, Edom. Okay? And really we know, us brothers in the know, we understand that Esau's downfall also equals Eve's downfall, the end up, the nigga woman's downfall. Okay? And we can't wait. We can't wait because of this pride, this destructive behavior that they've been had for, really since, I could say since the slave ships, but I'll say this. I'll say, which is true since the slave ships, but definitely it's been very clear and prominent for 60 plus years. Okay? Since Esau came to them with the feminism, they ran with that, and they started to become enemy. Well, they've been enemies. Like I said, it started really since the slave ships when you really go into the history. But let's start with around the feminist movement. They really showed themselves to be clear enemies towards you Jakes. Okay? And you Jakes are so pitiful and so under Stockholm syndrome, and you are pitiful, man. Now, when I look at you, I just kind of shake my head, man, and say, yo, some of these Jakes, I don't think is gonna wake up. I think some of these Jakes ain't gonna wake up, man. Especially not to Eve. They're just not gonna wake up because they're so caught on the Edomite woman. The women of other nations are racist. Nigga, let me tell you something, bro. Ain't nobody more racist than the so-called black woman towards you. Let me repeat this again for you guys in the back. There is no woman on the planet Earth more racist than a so-called black woman to you. The first woman I seen treat a Jake man, a so-called black man, like a king, like royalty, where my mouth almost dropped. I'm telling you now, was a so-called white woman. That's the first woman I seen treat a Jake man like a king. And was happy to do it. And she was teaching other women how to be wives. Was a so-called white woman. And I believe she's a straight up Israelite anyway. That woman that was doing that. Because she was in a righteous spirit. And Jake was just so at peace, so calm. And he was just so calm because he didn't have a lot of cortisol because of the woman that he was with. And she literally made it her duty and her passion to serve him. You're not going to get that over here, bro. You're not going to get that. Jake might say, oh, I found a unicorn. Let me tell you something. The 99.9% of you Jakes are not going to get that. So just forget about trying to find it amongst Eve. Okay? All right? Now, I want to play this video, man. This one Jake, he got so pissed off that he lost it. And you could tell this is pent-up frustration of dealing with Eve. This is why we tell you Negroes, we tell you stupid monkey brain. Anyway, Salakia, man. We tell you stupid, dumb monkey brain ninjas to stop dealing with Eve. And I'm not going to stop saying that shit either, man. Stop dealing with Eve, man. Okay? God damn, man. Anyways, man, because a lot of Jake, they never even experienced nothing but Eve. They never left the projects. They don't know nothing but the projects, bro. The earth was created for the Israelite men. The earth was created for the Israelite men. Explore the varieties, explore the flavors of the earth. You're going to eat chicken every day, all day, every day, just only chicken for the rest of your life? Salakia, I'm sorry. I had to say it, man, because you know what? This Jake is fed up with y'all, man. Jake is completely fed up. Completely fed up, man. Okay? And then, because we have a a kind spirit. We're empathetic. You know, we kind of try to be somewhat nice to Eve. That shit don't work. It don't work. You know, we try to be, how do you say it, like kind of diplomatic with saying certain things. Eve is just the devil, man. Just call it what it is, man. You know? Fuck, man. Salakia, I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry, man. It's just the spirit was on me. And anyways, man. Anyway, this is Micah 7:10. It says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. And brothers, I'm telling you, brothers, what do you think brothers keep doing videos on Eve for? Brothers is waiting and hoping for the downfall of Eve, for these women in general, but especially Eve, bro. Eve is by far the worst. The women amongst the nations that are bad, they're following behind Eve. Okay? And she ain't going to listen. She's not going to change. She ain't going to listen. You dummies having these panels. I'm not interested in having panels to explain to them where they're going off. I'm not interested. They're not finna listen to that anyway. Okay? Kevin Samuels tried to tell their ass that. They wasn't trying to hear that. And if anything, what they were doing, they were being fake. They were being fake to secure a man like that. But they really didn't show him true love and true respect. They're the fakest women on the planet Earth. Not just their hair is fake. Well, their hair is fake. Their makeup is fake. But they're also, that's a reflection of how fake they are inside. How fake of a person they are. Remember when Shakira, what's her name, Richardson, that ghetto demon, right? Shakira Richardson, when she was cursing out a man, hitting him up and down the street. Yeah, nigga, you ain't shit. Blah, 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 blah. But then when the Edomite cop came, she started trying to put her best so-called white woman voice on. Yes, absolutely. Would you need any other information? Yes, absolutely. Would you need any other information? Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay. But it didn't work. It failed. It failed. When back in the day, this used to work like a charm for Eve. But now she's seeing that her power is also dwindling right along with Esau, Edom. Her power is dwindling. That witchcraft that she has on these had on these jakes is dwindling. And it's still on most of these jakes. Most of these jakes are under that witchcraft zombie spell of Eve. Let's go ahead and play this video, man. Let's go ahead and play this video, man. Okay?
No, here's why I don't date black women. Listen to me when I'm talking to you lot.
I'm listening.
Because you lot don't like to listen.
Look, she's giggling.
I don't date black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
And look at this monkey. Look at this monkey. It's a serious, and the man is serious. This man is very serious, man. He's very serious. You could tell this is pent-up frustration of having to deal with somebody that is contrary to, really they're contrary to nature. Their mindset is exactly opposite of nature. And it's not just one individual you're fighting against. You're not just fighting against the mentality of one person. Oh, well, she's decent. No, it's not just her you're dealing with. You're dealing with a culture of disobedient, a culture of rebellious and enemy women. That's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a whole culture of it. It's not just one woman. It's a culture. And you could tell by the comment section whenever they say certain things. You could look at the comment. All you got to do is read the comment section. Oh, that's just one Eve. Read the comment section. You got 20,000 Eves in the comment. Agreeing, thumbsing up, saying you go girl. That's right. Okay? It's a culture. It's a culture. Okay? Amongst these other nations, you got them women that are demons too, and that they're in that mindset. But then you got another section of them that do not agree with that, that'll curse them out. That'll say that's madness. We're not dealing with that shit. These bitches are stupid. And it's a large portion of them. Eve it's like it'll be like like 5 Eves fighting against the whole culture, and they're not gonna win. So the best thing for you to do is stay away from them.
place.
Which place?
Your place.
Which
and when you
place?
get put in your place, here's why I don't date black women. Listen to me when I'm talking to you lot.
I'm listening.
Because you lot don't like to listen.
I'm listening.
I don't date black women because you don't like to get put in your place. And when you
Which
get,
place?
Your place.
Oh, boy.
And when you get put in your place, you think you got taught like a man.
That's why they were
You're not
cheating on
man.
you then.
You're not men.
That's why they were
Watch
cheating
this.
on you.
Stay in
Yeah,
your
that's why
fucking
they
place.
cheated on you multiple
Black women.
times.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I
you
know.
put
And
no
that's
one
why
in their
I'm never
place.
going to be in your
That's why you
ever
had to
again.
dip out the pool.
I'm not with
Because
black
you
women
control
because you don't
nobody.
like to get put in your place.
Apologies,
Listen,
sir.
listen.
Apologies.
where?
Apologies.
Oh wait, you just wait. Did she just shoot? Did she just shoot?
What kind of
Did she just shoot? Go. Where's your hair? Where's your fucking hair? Where's your hair?
Yeah. That's how you get their ass. Where's your motherfucking hair?
Talk about black women's hair. You're on your own, my guy. You're on your own. I was with you. Like, he's allowed to have a preference. You know, he's trying to talk about how she's held him down and picking up his Asian queen. But the moment you went for the hair,
And he has wisdom that the fact he went with an Asian woman, because Asian women, I always say this, Asian women make good wives. The so-called Moabites, Filipinas, and stuff like that, they make good wives. You know, as it pertains to being feminine and serving the man. You know, and they have no problem doing. They love doing it. They love doing it. Okay, and they're proud of doing it. A lot of you Jakes, right? You're already under the curses. You're already under the curses. You're already full of cortisol, being in the condition that you're in. The last thing you need is a chick to give you more cortisol and more stress. That's why Big Mama outlived in Soul Food. Remember the movie Soul Food and the show Soul Food? Big Mama outlived the grandfather because Jake is getting nothing but stress from Eve. All right? Jake is getting nothing but stress from Eve. I'm telling you, and brothers, that's why brothers be bringing out Isaiah 4:1, be going into the certain brothers that constantly make videos against Eve. Well, that's what I'm saying. Some brothers are looking more forward to seeing the downfall of Eve than even seeing the downfall of Esau, or it's damn near equal. Okay, this is how much of a demon she has been, and an enemy, and they have been an enemy. They are an enemy. They really have the same mindset of an Edomite. You want to deal with the Edomite woman? The Eve woman has the same mindset as the Edomite man. And it's so funny because when you see Eve deal with the Edomite man, she kind of has a respect. She has respect for his gangster, so to speak. You know, I was watching this video of this Eve trying to call the cops on a Edomite man that she was dealing with. Or maybe he called the cops on her. I don't remember what it was. I think he might have called the cops on her because she was at his house or whatever. And then she's trying to get the cops, like, you know what she does with Jake? To try to get the cops to sink on her. Yeah, and he did this and he did. But she wasn't going full throttle because you can tell that she kind of knew that it wasn't going to work. You know? Yeah, I know you're going to side with him because, you know, he's a white male and and she was putting on her best white girl accent. And she just knew that his power was stronger in the society. So she respected his gangster. But their mindset, if that was a Jake she was dealing with, she would be fully confident in what she was doing. But because it was Esau, she wasn't that confident. She respects the gangster of Esau, so to speak, the serpentine ways of Esau, because she is exactly the same.
my guy, you was on your own. You don't have to deal with it. Yeah. You don't have to deal with this by yourself, my brother.
Take off your head,
You're triggered.
Where's your head?
You're triggered.
Where's your head?
That
I'm
was
triggered.
supposed to hurt.
I said I was
You're
triggered.
triggered.
Did I not say I was
No.
triggered? Where's your head?
No.
Where's your head?
Looking ass nigga
Where's
about
your
where's
head?
your hair.
Show me your head.
No, he's
Show me your head.
pressed. He's
Show me your head.
pressed.
Take off your eyelash.
People. You're pressed.
Take off your eyelash.
You're pressed.
Take off your makeup.
You're pressed because you got
watch this.
cheated on one, two, three, four.
Wait, watch
One,
this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
6, 7, 8.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Fucking losers. Anyways, man, I'm telling you, man, listen. Hey, and what he brought that up. He brought the hair up. because that's the Most High cursed him. Let's go to that's Isaiah 3. No, Isaiah. Let's see something. Let's see something. Yeah, Isaiah 3:16 says, Moreover, Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty. That means proud. Haughty means proud. When you go to French, the word haute means high, right? Haughty meaning proud. And walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, meaning undisciplined eyes. They have a man and they're looking at you up and down. Okay, that's famous with Eve. Okay, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, Yahweh will smite the scab of the smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secret parts. Meaning, he will bring them to shame. He will bring them to shame by what? By putting a scab on the crown of their head, meaning that they would be bald headed. That's why he told her what? To take off that damn headband, which is holding that weave together, right? And let's see how proud you're gonna be then. You know? So at the end of the day, you know, even though the Most High put that scab on them, they still prouder than ever. You know? They're still prouder than ever with fake everything. And like I said, the fakeness that they have that they put upon their appearance reflects the fakeness that they have inside. They're very, very fake. Very, very phony. Okay? Very phony. Super phony, bro. Super duper phony, man. And it's like they think that these other men of these other nations can't see the phoniness in them. They can see the phoniness. They know what fake femininity looks like. That's fake femininity, what Eve is doing, what Eve portrays. And then it's fake affection. You know? That's why they're always talking about money, because that's all they think about is money. They're not concerned with the family. They're not concerned with really taking care of their man. They're concerned with themselves. They only care about themselves. Okay? I don't understand the concept of they talking about this 50-50 thing. I don't understand the concept, and this don't make no sense to me. And this is not manly. This is not a manly thing, because you have the woman, you taking care of the woman, right? But then she's saving her money on the side for a rainy day. But that money's just for her. She's been stacking bread for years and years and years, because you've been paying for every fucking thing. So she's been stacking her bread for years and years and years. What the hell is that about? If you're dealing with a family, right? You're supposed to be working to build up the family. Wouldn't that money be going towards the family? What is she doing with her money? Really, if you're making so much more money than her, she should just be giving you her money. That would make sense. That would be the rightful order. She should be giving you her money and letting you delegate everything that's going on. No, but she wants to stack her money, and then you ninjas are surprised when they dip out and buy themselves a house and say, I don't want to be with you no more, because she stacked the money for a rainy day, and the rainy day was when she left your ass. Some of you jakes got to start using your brain, man. You got to start using your head for more than a hat rack, man. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments. And by the way, the women of old, they worked. The women of the ancient world, they worked. They made bread from scratch. They were working at the meal. They were dealing with gathering, vegetables and stuff to cook the meal, to make sure everything was good. They were tending to the house. They were tending to, certain cattle or whatever needed to be done. They were working. They weren't just sitting in the house waiting for you to come home. Okay? It says, in that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their coals and their round tires like the moon. The chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs. Well, they got the bonnets back. and the headbands. Oh, they got the headbands back, and the tablets and the earrings, right? But it's not the same quality as it was before, though. It says the rings and the nose jewels. That's mostly fake when you see them have those things. And the changeable suits of apparel and the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And the N-dub is known for having a stink. So not only you got a stink attitude, but you got a stink box to go with it. You know? And instead of a girdle, a rent, right? Meaning you're completely out of shape, you know? And instead of well set hair, baldness. Instead of well set hair, baldness. That was that curse. That's why he told her, go ahead and show your hair. Let's see what you got under the thing. Okay? Let's see what you got under the hood. You see? And instead of well set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. And the majority of them are cooked, as you said. But that's okay, because you know what? The main thing of a woman is not her looks, you know? Some of you sisters may not be so as appealing as whatever other women. And that's not, I want you to notice something. A man doesn't choose a woman just based upon, most men, right? Men with logic and common sense. Most men don't choose a woman strictly based upon her looks. Okay? Most men are gonna have a balance between attractiveness and and a good personality and the way that the woman treats them. So you'll beat out any woman if you have a good personality and treat your man correctly. You know? And that's a fact. That's a fact. Even these dudes you say, oh, yo, why is he with her? Well, he's with her because, first of all, you know, how she treats him. How she treats him. You know? Because being with someone, you know, forever, it has to be beyond looks. The scriptures speak about how beauty is vain. That's a vain foundation to be with someone just based upon how they look. You know? That's very vain. And even you as a man, a woman just desiring you because of how you look or how you dress or your money, that's a vain standard of her being with you to begin with. So that's not a solid foundation. A solid foundation would be to be with someone for more of what they have on the inside, you know, their personality, who they are, you know. And when you deal with them other nations, that woman be actually loving you for who you are. That's why a Jake in the hood, a guy looks like this, you know, he may not get that much. He'll have a hard time. He'll have a hard time unless he got a lot of money, you know, or he's a super YN. He's gonna have a hard time, you know. You see what I'm saying? But if you know 6'3", 6'4", you know, built like a football player, then you may be alright. You may be alright, you know, for a time period. Because like I said, it's all fake with Eve. So you'll be, you know, they'll show you a semblance, but then the demon will come out. Anyways, hey, this man was speaking from the heart. You know, he was expressing how he truly feels. And we're coming to the time of Isaiah 4:1, by the way. Let me get that. We're coming to the time of Isaiah 4:1. And it's going to be very hard for you N-dubs to get somebody. It's going to be very hard for you N-dubs to get somebody. Y'all are going to be left out there to dry for sure. And you got some of these stupid Eves talking about Esau is going to save them, the so-called white man. Are they going to save us when all hell breaks loose? And even other Eves even other Eves have to say, yo, are you serious? Are you really that delusional? You think the white man's going to help you at that time? Yo, B, hey, man, just I just can't wait till things get rougher and tighter for them. And then when they start getting on them panels and talking about, well, I just want y'all to explain what we did wrong and how we can fix this. And fucking you weak ass niggas start saying, man, if you weak ass niggas start saying in them videos, man, oh yeah, we can work it out, you know, we'll come to the table and discuss. I'm gonna flag the video and report you, man. Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna flag the video and report your ass to YouTube. Okay? There should be no. It's too late for their ass. It's too late. Even the Apostle Har said it. He said, it's done. It's over. It's too late. There's nothing you could do to win us back. And I 100% agree with that. It's too late. You've done enough. 60 years is enough time, man. You've done enough. I'm talking to the Jake man. You've done enough. You made enough effort for Eve. They just don't want to get it. Hold on. Did not the Most High leave us out to dry for a time period until we got our ass kicked? And then he came in and kind of halfway turned his back to us and his face to us. And he really didn't even fully turn his face to us. Even now, we got to go to Yahweh Shai. You see? But he made us to not have to acknowledge our offense. He didn't just keep dealing with us with our bad behavior. He didn't just keep dealing with us with our bad behavior. Okay? Because he's the Most High. You know? He says, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Okay? So that's coming. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, you Eves, there's going to be a brown paper bag test. Nah, I'm joking. But I don't look at the light-skinned Eve different from the dark-skinned. I look at them all the same. I don't care if she's light-skinned or dark-skinned. They're all demons. Some brothers say, oh, she light-skinned, she mixed. If she identifies with Eve, she's amongst that culture. It's the same mindset. Okay? It may come with more pride, you know? So I treat them all the fucking same. So with that, Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect, and I say shalom.